We're getting into the fall season again here, which is my favorite season, and coming on to the anniversary of a big hurricane that severely damaged and shut down where I live for several months. So that was a year ago. We basically just kind of, this is putting it in like pretty light terms, but at best, if you do not have catastrophic damage and death in your households, at best, we all just kind of skipped the whole fall season. I had to evacuate where I lived. I moved back home with my parents for a while, and I was there for a couple of weeks. I came back to town once some utility service had returned, like once I had power and water again, but it took several more months for things to really start to reopen. And I feel like I just completely skipped my favorite season, and that whole time period, I barely remember even happening because I just didn't do anything except for just like be home and be stressed about everything. And now that we're coming back to the season, I've been thinking about just trying to be more intentional with how I perceive the passage of time and what I'm doing to kind of go along with it. I'm sure everyone probably has these periods where you just get into the same old routine. You're just kind of doing the same old stuff all the time. You're going to work, coming home, doing whatever in your off time. But if nothing feels super intentional, I feel like that time just really gets lost. It's hard to differentiate different points of life or different seasons of life, or literally just the seasons of the year. So this year, I'm especially trying to just think about what are some fall-specific activities and that I can do, and what are some ways that I can kind of just be really present with the changing seasons, and do things kind of associated with that, just to kind of cement some experiences and memories, and I just want to be able to have things I can look back on and feel like I actually lived through that season. I did the fall things that I like doing, and I didn't just let it pass me by, where I was kind of forced to last year. But there's definitely been other years when I had the ability to go out and make those memories and be intentional about what I was doing, and I just let it pass by, and those seasons just feel kind of like wiped from my memory. So a couple things I've been doing is, one is just a general thing, just trying to be outside more. The feel of the air and just the smell, the overall smell outside. I guess this is just the smell of plants. There's always a certain smell in each season, and now the summer smell is kind of ending, the fall smell is coming back, the air is feeling a little just temperature cooler, the air feels just a little bit fresher. Things are getting a little bit rainier, which I always kind of associate with fall. I know that's doesn't necessarily go along with it. I've had a lot more overcast days, which I really like, and trying to hit up some specific things too, aside from just being outside. including just finding some nice hiking spots where I can be up in or above the tree line and just watch the changing leaves, which is really pretty here in the mountains where I live. Went to an apple orchard last weekend, which was really nice, and just it was cool just to look at just pick one fruit that they're growing in the season, and even with apples, so they had charts of all, maybe I think this orchard had something like 15 different types of apples that they grew, and it was showing like which ones they were currently growing. Some of them had kind of just finished their season. There's a couple that like kind of go into the winter a little bit. And I was just thinking of that then, just purely about apples. It was nice just to see this documentation about kind of like growth and death of something that just comes around for only a certain amount of time and then dies off. It's like literally just a season of life, and I don't know, I just thought that was nice. I don't really like think about the life cycles of specific plants very much, but it was just a cool look into something that I really associate with fall. I got some ciders there, some canned ciders. I took home and got some hot apple cider there, some apple cider donuts, a couple jellies that they make there, and I've been trying to make more seasonal foods, and not necessarily just like fruits and vegetables that grow in the season, but just in general, just kind of like warmer foods, cozier foods, just trying to make more hot meals, like soups and curries and things like that, that I really associate with fall, and just kind of like being cozy and being at home. Just trying to get some more of that, so even if I'm not doing anything more specific, I can just feel like at least the food I'm eating kind of goes along with the passage of time, that I can kind of differentiate that from the stuff I was eating like in the summer, which was more like cold vegetables and uncooked things, cold fruits, more just like juices and cold drinks, things like that. Now I'm just kind of shifting into warmer stuff. I'm trying to decorate a little bit more for the fall, and I'm not really going. I don't want to spend a lot of money just because I'm planning to move soon, so I don't want to. Aside from like a few things, I don't want to spend much money on fall decorations, just because I'm not going to reuse them after this, because I'm just going to try and downsize and get rid of most of my stuff after this year. But just a couple things, just buying like small pumpkins at a market, and I'm going to try and find just some like ears of corn and just some kind of like fall like other gourds, and just some like small decorative plants to have around that are just cheap, and then those don't just go to waste. I can just compost them, so they'll go back into the earth and get recycled into the next season of things growing. I'm trying to just find some more recipes of things, just like try just some hot drink recipes, maybe stuff that I haven't made before but would like to try, or when I do go out, like if I'm going to a bar or something, just trying to see what their seasonal menu is. I don't know, just stuff like that, just little small things. If I can fill every day with just like a little bit of fall activities, then that really helps me feel the passage of time, that I feel like a lot more present doing that. And I really like having that to look back on. I like being able to look back and have something to show for it, and not in like I was working on something and I made something, but just in I had a whole, September, I'm recording this October 1st, so we just had our first month when fall started, and I did do a lot of fall type stuff, and I feel like I really had a good September, or at least an attempt was made. I didn't just let it pass me by, just doing the exact same old stuff. I was watching a lot of fall movies, just some movies that I already know and like, and I would just go online and just see what type of stuff other people like, looking up fall movie recommendations, finding some new movies, just experiencing some new things, or experiencing some old things that, I just associate with the season, or they're set in the season. Just trying to tie my media use to the season, so it feels a little bit more intentional. It's not just kind of like some random thing that I could do at any time of the year and it wouldn't feel any different. I'm just trying to find specifically some fall type stuff. I'm sure I could think of some more things, but I'm kind of blanking at the moment. But just in general, it's October 1st now. We're getting into Halloween season, so I'm going to kind of shift my media use to some more Halloween type stuff. I think I'll just go from there. I'm just going to try and find some more stuff to do for the season.